first down, this is Rawls. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
Third and 1, Wilson. And he's got Lockett. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 41-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. On first down, Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The former Longhorn back home, Earl Thomas. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They stay on the ground. Rolls again. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Thomas rolls 49 yards. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Walsh now for the PAT. And his kick is good. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
They find some open field here. Lamar Miller past the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans have retaken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Let's go!
Back to throw, Watson. And that is incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zach Cunningham coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. On second down, Rawls. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Wilson turns and gives to Procise. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now Wilson on first down. There's Baldwin. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, it's Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot before the break. Watson flushed out right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. The former Longhorn back home, Earl Thomas. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about. Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward. From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
They give them 27 yards on the third down conversion.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's got it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up first and goal. Back to the ground attack. It's Rawls. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Thomas Rawls, his second touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw forward.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. A first down carry now for Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
I've got zero rooting interest in this game, but this is a lot of fun to watch. When you watch a guy get with his offensive line and have that great relationship, and I think it has to have been built during the week, during training camp, throughout the season, sitting and watching tape together, finding where their creases are, the gaps, knowing how guys are going to block. And right now, he's almost unstoppable.
Again, it's Foreman. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? From the 4-yard line, it's 1st and goal now. Miller, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. Now it's Watson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Michael Wilhoit in there to get him for a loss of a yard, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Let's go.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. The former Longhorn back home, Earl Thomas. The 40, the 30. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And a
Montana.
You know, I'm like, yeah, nice P, you know?
What up, Pink?
Man.
Skateboard.